friends, welcome to the first Skald video devlog. My name is Anders Lauritzen. I am the developer of Skald Against the Black Priory, which is an upcoming indie RPG. The game is kind of an old school retro style RPG similar to games like Ultima 5 and the Magic Candle series. It's slated for release in late 2022 and it's been published by Swedish game publisher Raw Fury. I normally try to stay in touch with the community as best as I can, but I'm only one person, so it can be challenging at times to find time. That's why I'm always looking into alternative ways of keeping in touch with the community. So I've been writing for the devlog, which is fun to do, but it's time consuming. And I think we need to try to find ways of making content that is faster for me to produce and easy for you to consume. So we'll be looking into making some more video content in the months coming forward. We're going to start probably a monthly stream with me and one of my colleagues at Raw Fury, where you will be able to interact with us, ask questions. We'll hopefully be doing some interesting interviews with people at Raw Fury, other colleagues maybe, and just me and Fiona, who is my partner in crime when it comes to streaming. So that will be coming up, and I'll try to make these video devlogs as well, probably once a month, which will be short form, 5 to 10 minute videos where I talk about the project, current news, and hopefully show off some stuff I've been working on for the last weeks. Now keep in mind, I'll still be writing for the devlog because I think the written devlog, like the written devlog on skaldrpg.com, is also an important supplement to keeping people up to date, and it's also kind of a record of the development. But it's pretty time consuming, and I can't really do it more often than once a month. So by doing all of these different, the stream and the video devlogs and the written devlog, hopefully you guys can sort of stay on top of the project, and it's a way of interacting that doesn't take too much time from me as a creator. So last couple of weeks have been busy, or all of February has been pretty busy, and unfortunately I just went down for a week with COVID, which sucks. I lost a week of work. I hate that, but fortunately I'm feeling much better now, and I'm back on the horse, which is good because there's a lot to do. In terms of development, the last month, probably last 3 weeks, if you subtract the week I spent with COVID, I have been prioritizing working on the level editor for Skald. I've had many iterations of it already, but the way it used to be didn't really work as well as I wanted it to, so I remade it from scratch. That might sound excessive, but a level editor is a tool that you use a lot as a game developer, so having a good tool is extremely important. And basically what made me reconsider the tool I was currently using, first of all, it wasn't really a good tool, but it worked for me because I was the only one using it. But then I saw Tiled, which is an open source free level editor tool that you can use to make games that look pretty much like Skald. It's a fantastic tool, and I was really impressed by it, and I decided that I needed either to use Tile or to make my own tool that emulates Tiled and the functionality of that tool. So to make sure that I had a tool that I could control 100%, I didn't really want another third party in this project in any way, even though it's open sourced and free. I opted to make my own tool, literally make my own version of Tiled, and that's what I've been working on for the last 3 weeks, and it's been going really, really good. You don't really have a way of knowing before you start if there are going to be any technical snafus or things that make the project progress slowly, but it's been going really, really well, and I'm really happy with the product that I have so far. So what I thought I would do is that I would spend just a couple of minutes playing around with the tool and show it to you guys so you can see what it looks like today, both because it's nice for me to get to show off the work that I've done, but also because the tool is something that we will released to the public at some point in the project. I don't think we will. We might release an alpha version either to the public or to the community before launch, so you guys can sort of play around with it a little bit. And we will definitely be releasing it in some form post-launch, maybe as DLC or as part of a DLC package. We'll just have to see. But modding and having the community be able to create their own content for Skald has always been a pretty big pillar of the project for me. Even though it's not my first priority, the first priority is to make a good single player experience out of the box, but it's also pretty low effort for me to also just give you the tools that I use to make the game, and nothing would make me happier than to see you guys use it down the line. So I think it's well worth the effort to spend a little bit of time working on stuff like the level editor. Okay, that's enough waiting for enough talking, and I won't keep you guys waiting. Let's have a look at the level editor. Okay, so here we have it. Before we go any further, I just wanted to say that I tried to work out how to properly capture video using OBS, but for some reason I couldn't get the settings right, so the colors are pretty washed out, and you can hear my laptop fan humming, which sucks, but I couldn't figure it out in time, so you just have to live with it for today. Okay, so let's just do a short tour of the editor. If you're familiar with Tiled, then basically this is what this is. That is what this is. It's tab based, so you can have different maps up at the same time, so swap between them. This is the main draw area. You can obviously, of course, zoom in, pan around as you would expect, but you couldn't zoom in my old editor, so you couldn't zoom out and edit large areas at once. So this is already hugely helpful. This is where you select the layers. You can activate or deactivate layers as you see fit, and choose which layer to draw on, which is also obviously helpful. Here on the right hand side we have the different terrain types. You can just sort of find whatever tile you're looking for and draw it into the game. So let's say we just want to draw some wall down here. We'll just do it like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's see, let's zoom in a little bit. What we could also do is we could use the draw random function, which allows you to select multiple tiles and then just draw one of them at random. It's a great way to make like more visual variation, like so. You could also use another super handy tool called Draw Pattern, which allows you to select an entire to select several tiles and then draw them all at once. So for instance here we draw this arch, select these tiles, press the button, and it comes on screen. So pretty easy, and nothing revolutionary, but hugely very functional, and it really works the way I need it to. You can also add basically any kind of object that is in the game using this editor. Let's say why not add a cat? Add a couple of cats. We could add a dog as well, and just hope they don't kill each other. You get the idea. Moving on, as I said earlier, the game is the editor is tab based, so you can just look at different tabs and cut and paste between them. So you can, for instance, have like a resource tab like this. Let's say I want another segment of like exterior wall. I can just copy it from here, go back in here and paste as much wall as I want to into the map that I'm currently working on. Once again, very, very helpful. The maps in Skald are also layered on top of each other inside the game, so usually if you see a building like this, then the ground floor is drawn on one map and then the upper floor is drawn on another map, and this is also supported in the game. So like this structure that you see here, it's not actually on the map, it's on this map, but it's just being drawn on top. using this function. So if I do like this, then we can see what's inside the building and we can edit stuff inside the building. Let's just deactivate the technical layer so you can see it more clearly. So let's say we wanted more dogs. Oh crap, I put a wall in there instead. Yeah, let's just leave it for now and see if we can't put the dog in instead. There we go. So now the dog can pee on the wall, which is super nice. Yeah, I think you all get the gist. It's not, like I said, it's nothing revolutionary, but it's hugely helpful for me, and it's also really fast to make content in. So I'm super happy with it so far, and I can't wait to just continue using it and developing it and polishing off all the rough edges so that it becomes very easy for you to use and to make content with. Okay, that concludes the tour of the editor so far. Okay, there you go. That was a short tour of the editor. I'll probably be using it on stream occasionally. I'll be doing private streams, just me working on the game probably. I used to do that before Christmas and I enjoyed it, so I think I'll be doing it again. If I do, I will definitely be using the editor again and you will get an opportunity to see more of it, and hopefully it won't be long until you can put your own hands on it and try it for yourself. So with that being said, I don't think there's much more for me to say today. Besides, have a fantastic day, stay safe and healthy, and keep following the project on skoldrpg.com or on my Twitter, which is also @skoldrpg. Have a good one, everyone. Bye bye.